Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. This week I'm so excited. This is for all my analytical people out there, my overthinkers, my obsessive thinkers, my deep thinkers. Typically this tends to be a lot of my empaths, my highly sensitive people, especially my highly sensitive people. So I want to get into being that kind of a really deep thinker where you process things, some of the problems that you're going to face, and then really, I'm sure you probably know a lot of the problems that you face, but actually how can we start to really work on this stuff so they're not problems and we can use this like beautiful gift that we have to our advantage. So let's get right into this. Now, like always, before we do get into the video, don't forget to click subscribe down below and click on post notifications so you can be informed every week when I do upload a new video. I'm starting to do a couple more videos a week just to give you some like quick, fast tips on things, and then I'll make my normal videos on every Tuesday going into like more detail on things that maybe you aren't aware of, just my educational type of videos. So we're gonna have some motivational rants because I love doing that, and you guys love that stuff on Instagram. If you're not following me on IG, I will link it over here. So you guys love that stuff, so I obviously want to give it to my YouTube family as well. So, but anyways, I'm rambling now. Let's get into this video. So we're gonna go over like the key things that you kind of struggle with if you are a deep thinker. All right, number one, we know this 100%. If you are a deep thinker, that means you are over analytical. So you're gonna analyze everything to death. You're gonna weigh all the pros, you're gonna weigh all the cons. You wanna make like the best decision possible because probably on some level, you don't wanna deal with disappointment. You don't wanna deal with making the quote wrong decision. And you want everything to kind of run smoothly. And while this is a great thing, because of course we're going to make sure that we're thinking things through before we just go and like do, you know, a rash decision, it also could really hurt us because then we kind of struggle with actually making decisions. So when we struggle making decisions, when we second guess all of our decisions, then we just kind of get stuck in that over analytical cycle of just like ruminating about something and never actually taking action. Or even if we do and we can make a decision, maybe we don't feel good about it. Maybe we're not like 100% sure of ourselves because we keep weighing all the pros and cons of a situation. So something that can really help you with this is to honestly just start going with your gut. And even if you struggle to do that, well, I don't know what's the difference between fear and intuition, just make a move. And normally I wouldn't say this, but to someone who's watching this that is a deep thinker, chances are you are not going to make a move that is rash. You're going to make a move that is probably the best decision for you, but because you keep over analyzing it, you're just bringing in too many other options. And you know, living more of the mindset of what will be. And so I'm gonna make this decision. It's based on everything I know right now in this moment. I'm doing the best I can as a human being. I'm going to make this decision. And if it turns out to not be, or if it turns out to not be the thing that I initially thought it was going to be, or it turns out to be a bad thing, or whatever that looks like, that I'll be okay. When you really live by that kind of philosophy, you start making decisions a lot quicker because you trust that even if something doesn't work out, that you'll learn something from this, and that experience will bring you into another direction that will actually take you where you want to go. So number two, you are probably a perfectionist if you are a deep thinker because, again, you like to overanalyze, you like to weigh all the pros and cons, you want to make the best decision, you want everything to be 100%. You're probably a little controlling, and some of these things are really great things. They can really benefit you, but again, the con is, you know, do we need to be controlling with every area of our life? Do we understand that perfectionism like literally doesn't exist? Like no one is perfect. You're never going to always make the best decision possible. You can't control that you might make, I don't want to say a wrong decision, you just might make decisions in life and they bring you in directions that you didn't think you were going to go or you didn't want to go, but you're there. And so how can you take the experience that you're in right now, learn as much as you possibly can, and take that knowledge and go in a different direction. And again, that will hopefully bring you to where you want to be. And if that doesn't, you just keep doing it because guess what? That's called life. A lot of people who are the deep thinkers, who are over analytical, you know, can struggle with codependency, can struggle with being that people pleaser. So understanding that sometimes they kind of just like go together. So if you are a person that really struggles with doing everything perfect, take my 9-week course, take all the courses you can, read books, learn about yourself, because the fact of the matter is you feel this way. You are this perfectionist because of your past. because of what you've come from, because of your programming, because of experiences and people that were around you. So it's really important to learn how to heal from that stuff. So it's why I made my course. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. But let's get into the next thing. I really love this one because it's something that I really struggled with for a lot of years. Was I wasn't a person that always loved chit chat. I didn't love small talk, didn't want to just have a casual conversation. I like to really go deep. I'm a deep person. I really like to talk about really interesting subjects. And so having small talk and having it just be surface level basically. And I know a lot of people, and I coach them myself, that really struggle with that, especially in dating. I don't like that initial getting to know someone type of phase where it is a little surface because we are just getting to know each other. I think it's about appreciating what's in front of you and being present to where you are versus always needing to be that analytical, that deep thinker. There can be a lot of fun, excitement, and beauty in those surface level relationships because not everything needs to be so serious. So learning that myself really helped me to kind of get out of that story or mindset or fog that small talk and chit chat was boring or it was fake or whatever that looked like, when it really wasn't. I had to just appreciate it for what it was and not try to make it into something that it wasn't going to be. And also, I didn't need to be deep thinking about all of these really important topics 24 hours a day. I could have a fun, lighthearted, social conversation and really enjoy that. So one of the most important things with really not even overcoming this, because you can't, because chances are if you are a deep thinker, you were born this way on some levels, or you are highly sensitive and this is just how you're made up and you really enjoy being a person that can go deep and can, be analytical with things and can overthink a little bit. Again, a little bit of it could actually really help you, but just recognizing when does this wonderful trait that I have show up in my life and it actually hurts me. So when do I need to start learning how to go in a little deeper and really parent myself and take care of that part of me that wants to just keep going and going and going with this, where I keep going around in these cycles and I can't make decisions, or I don't enjoy having small talk, or people are getting the wrong impression by me because I'm not that social butterfly. I am a little bit more of an introvert. Sorry, Annie just is eating right now, my dog. But learning how to have that kind of internal dialogue that, number one, learns how to fully accept who you are, but then number two, learns how to use this great trait that you do have in a good way and not in a bad way. So that's why I always talk about self-parenting, because it's so important to be able to be aware of the thought, to be able to detach from the thought so you can actually help yourself in all of these different types of experiences in life. If you don't know how to do that and have that level of self-awareness, then unfortunately you're just going to go on autopilot and you're just going to start living your life and you're going to be over analytical and go around in these cycles and just keep doing the same things over and over again that aren't actually helping you anymore. So now it becomes a matter of saying, okay, I want to change, I want to get better, I want to grow, I want to challenge myself in this area of my life. And self-parenting, I would say, really does that, because it is a multitude of different, I don't want to say techniques, but maybe techniques or skills that you have to master so you know how to do this thing in its entirely. And this really is mental health. This really is how to actually be emotionally healthy, mentally healthy. It's what's going to help you to create the life that you want to actually have and go through things that are just inevitable in life, pain and suffering. It is a part of life. And so learning how to balance all of these things so you can be your healthiest, that's where this really starts with. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next week.